If you're a coach, a speaker, consultant, or anyone who wants to deliver transformation, then you can use my business model, which I call small events, big back end. And basically, it's how to turn these intimate experiences like workshops and seminars and retreats into long-term client relationships. In this video, I'm going to share with you my 3-part model for how to do that. First, let's talk a little bit about why you might want to have long-term client relationships. Perhaps you've had the experience that I had for many years earlier on in my business, which was this case of what I call roller coaster revenues. I was a consultant, I was a coach, I was a facilitator trainer, and I was constantly struggling for the next gig. I was constantly looking for clients and opportunities and projects to work on. I didn't have any sort of long-term, stable, recurring revenues in the business. And that meant that I was working really hard. I hardly took any time off. I was up early, to bed late, no weekends off, no vacations. People were worried about me, and they were right to be worried about me. It was sustainable for all of about 7.5 years until I finally crashed and burned. And the reason, in hindsight, that happened was because of my business model, because I didn't have monthly recurring revenues. I didn't have any stability in the business. Luckily, I met a mentor who taught me a better way and helped me to implement what I call now a big back end into my business. When you have a big back end, it liberates you from constantly having to sell and enroll new clients. You get to focus on the clients you have and on maintaining those relationships and continuing to deliver value to people over a longer period of time, which ultimately helps you to liberate time because you can start to have that certainty that money is coming in and you can feel like, oh, I can breathe, I can take a break. Now, another piece of the model that I learned from this mentor and that I've been doing now for almost 9 years is to find leverage in the business. So instead of doing only one-on-one client relationships or only relationships where I'm serving one project or one company at a time or one individual at a time, I created these events, these seminars, I call them retreats, which are small group experiences that deliver a powerful transformation and give me the opportunity to then enroll people into the big back end. I'm going to walk through this entire model with you on the flip chart in a minute, but I just wanted to share with you first why you might consider doing this model and who this might be for, because it may not be for you. The ideal person that this model is for is someone who loves to develop deep and meaningful relationships with clients. And not everybody likes that. Some people like having a get in, get out kind of transactional, gig-focused business model, and that's fine for them. It wasn't fine for me. So if you're someone who wants to have longer-term, lasting, deeper relationships with clients that generate lots of money over many years even, then listen up, this is for you. This might also be for you if you have people clamoring to work with you already. Let's say you're a famous speaker, you're an amazing thought leader, and you have a book, and you have people that want to work with you, and you don't have the time to serve them all, then listen up, because one of this leveraged, scalable, big back-end model may be just what you've been waiting for. Okay, so the model is called big back-end, or small events, big back-end, and this is how it works. All right, so let me walk you through my model, but before I do, I want to take an opportunity to ask you to please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I hope that you find this video and all my other 600 and something videos at this point valuable. Enjoy. All right, so here's how the model looks. It's 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. There's the front end, there's the breakthrough, and the big back end. And by the way, from now on, you'll often hear me just call it an FE, a BT, and a BBE for short. So the front end of your business may be pretty obvious. That is all of your marketing. And that is how people find you. So it may be your book, it may be your speaking, It may be your blog, your podcast, yada, yada. For me, for example, it's my YouTube channel. Yeah. Now, the idea is that the front end is how people find you. It's how they first connect with you. And I'm going to change colors for this because it's important. It's where they get the initial aha moment of what they need from you. All right, so I'm going to use myself as an example. It's usually the easiest one for me to talk about. I'm doing videos like this, right? YouTube is one of my front end strategies. In the front end, my goal is to give you the aha moment that you need a better business model with a big back end, right? So that's the aha. Now, I'm going to actually jump all the way to the back end. Right, we're going to go front end, and now we're going to dive over here to the back end. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to come back to the middle. The back end is some sort of long-term, monthly recurring revenue membership, group coaching program, mastermind, something that has leverage, meaning that you're not doing it one-on-one. I mean, let me back up a second and say, yes, a big back end could be one-on-one, especially if it's very expensive. But the idea of having a big back end is that it's leveraged and scalable. So I'm a big fan of having this be some sort of high-ticket group coaching or mastermind program. All right, so the big back end is really, this is some sort of monthly recurring revenue, high-ticket, community-based group program. All right, now, if this is the aha of what you deliver in the front end, this is mastery. This is the big kahuna. This is where all your goodies come to bear, all your gifts, all your expertise. You roll it up and you deliver it as the leader of this big back end. And then another word that I like to use here that I think is really powerful is a big back end that lasts for years and years. Mine is going on its 9th year, and I have my very first client that I ever enrolled in it still in it. And many of my clients are in their 4th, 5th, 6th years. The key to doing this, in my opinion, is to build a culture. And we like to joke in my group, it's not a cult, it's a culture. But sometimes it feels a little culty because we use same language and stuff. Maybe I'll do a whole other video. I think I will do a whole other video about how to create a culture. But so if this is the front end, this is all people all over the place. There's no group. There's no cohesion here. All the way over here is some sort of clear community culture, people working together, leveraging your time and your expertise. So what ties these two pieces together is the breakthrough. The breakthrough is where they have some sort of outcome that they need in order to have the mastery that they want ultimately. So for example, my business, people want to have a more successful, more scalable, more profitable, more fulfilling, more aligned business. Well, the aha moment is you got to have the right business model. Boom. All right. So the outcome of the business breakthrough is define or design your business model, right? And I should have written that in another color to distinguish that that's my outcome. It doesn't have to be yours. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in red because this is just a sample, right? That's not going to be yours. But yours is some sort of breakthrough that people need to go from having that aha moment to really pursuing mastery. Now, here's the thing to remember. Not everybody that comes through here is going to pop up into this. Not everybody that comes through here is going to pop up into this. At every step along the way, there are fewer people, but it makes you more money, right? So we'll start here, and this is usually either 0 to maybe we'll call it $1 sign. Here we're looking at, okay, a couple dollar signs, and then here is usually the big, kind of the bigger investment, right? So this breakthrough, personally, I like to deliver it in a 3-day small event format. That's why I call it small events, big back end. You don't have to deliver it that way. So it could be a 3-day, but it could also be a 6-week virtual program. The 3-day can be live or it could be virtual. I just completed a virtual 3-day retreat online with breakout rooms and coaches and all sorts of fun things. You could do a 6-week virtual. You could do this as a half day. You could do this private. You could do this, as a group. This is what I recommend, doing it as a group, because then it leads more ideally into there. And by the way, I love doing workshops as a lead-in to this, because people who come to workshops are more likely to come to something like this. All right, so this is the small events, big back-end model. We go from all of the front-end strategies into some sort of small event, whether it's virtual or live in person, or whether it's 3 days intensive, or it's spread out over 6 weeks. I have a client who's doing 2 half days a week for 2 weeks. You can structure it any way you want, but the idea is that it's some sort of group where you deliver powerful transformation, and then you can invite people into this big back end. And if people have a powerful transformation, believe me, trust me, I promise you that there will be people that want to keep going into that big time, big back-end mastery program. Hope you found this helpful. This is the model that I use. This is the model I teach. And it's the model that I help other people implement. So if this is something that appeals to you and you want a big back end, you want monthly recurring revenues, you want to deliver massive transformation, you want to lead a culture or a community, then check out my Superstar Business Breakthrough program. You can find that at superstarbusinessbreakthrough.com.